Hello, and welcome back to Under the Moonlight. I'm Penelope Willis, and it's so lovely to be here with you. If there's nowhere else you need to be right now, come and sit with me for a little while, and we'll share a quiet, gentle moment together. This time, I'd love to share one of my gentle stories with you, Lottie and the Hotel by the Sea. This story is set in one of my most favourite places, the beautiful seaside town of Whitby. A place full of soft sea air, winding streets, and views that seem to quietly change with every passing hour. This story is actually set in a real place in Whitby, the Royal Hotel, a real hotel that sits high above the harbour, with windows that look out across the sea and the town below. A place that inspired this story in the gentlest, quietest way. It's a gentle story about a little girl named Lottie, a quiet, thoughtful little girl with a big imagination and a deep way of noticing the world around her. While staying in a hotel by the sea with her family, Lottie finds herself drawn again and again to the window, watching the harbour, the boats and the sky. As the light changes, as the tide moves, as the day slowly unfolds. And in those quiet moments, her imagination begins to gently come alive. I wrote this story with a very particular feeling in mind, that soft, settled feeling we want children to have at the end of the day. It was written very intentionally as a bedtime story, to help calm little ones and gently guide them towards sleep. And that really is the purpose of this book, to create a sense of quiet and safety and a natural readiness for sleep without any rush or any pressure. Because not all stories need excitement and noise. Sometimes what children really need is a sense of calm, a slower rhythm, and a space for their thoughts to gently drift. This story helps children begin to slow down by inviting them to notice small changes, to follow a gentle pattern and to feel safe in the quiet. For children who have busy minds or who find it hard to switch off at bedtime, this kind of story can be especially comforting. It gives them something soft to focus on without overstimulating them, helping their bodies and minds begin to rest. And for quieter children, the observers, the thinkers, the little ones who like to sit and watch, this story reflects them. It lets them feel seen and reminds them that their quiet way of being is something really special. And if you're sharing this moment with a little one, I hope this story becomes a shared pause at the end of your day, a moment to sit close, to breathe a little slower, and to gently guide your child towards sleep, without rushing or pushing, just allowing it to happen naturally. So wherever you are, let the world soften around you, and when you're ready, we'll begin. Lottie and the Hotel by the Sea, written and narrated by Penelope Willis. Lottie was excited. She was on her way to Whitby, and the long drive from her home felt like an adventure, with long stretches of green fields, soft and open, giving way to sudden glimpses of the sea. As the coastline appeared in the distance, Lottie leaned closer to the window and felt a quiet, fizzy feeling in her chest. High on the hill above the harbour stood a beautiful white hotel, sprawling and still, like it had been waiting just for her. They were staying there, in that hotel, with soft carpets and long warm hallways and windows so big she could nearly see the edge of the world. It made Lottie feel as though she truly belonged. She was there on holiday with her family. Dad scrolled through his phone for ideas for the day. Mum packed snacks into a bag, and her big brother Barney counted seagulls and made everything into a race. But Lottie didn't like to rush. She liked to notice. On the very first morning, Lottie found a wide window at the end of the hallway. It looked out across all of Whitby, the rooftops, the harbour and the sea. Lottie pressed her nose to the glass. Down below, little red and white houses sat snuggled together, and a little blue boat bobbed gently on the waves. Far across the harbour, the abbey stood quietly on the hill, its windows full of sky. A tall lamppost stood quiet and still at the edge of the path. In the daylight, it didn't glow, but Lottie liked how it waited, as if it knew its time would come. Sometimes, when the sun caught its glass top just right, it gave a soft, sparkly wink. Each day they explored. They bought postcards and warm doughnuts, and her brother Barney fed chips to a seagull, even though Mum said no. They both ran under the arch of the giant whalebones on West Cliff, with the sea stretching wide below them. And every evening they returned to the warm, comforting arms of the beautiful hotel. Lottie liked the smell of the sea and the way the wind tugged gently at her coat. They climbed the 199 steps towards the abbey's ancient ruins. Lottie didn't race like Barney. She counted each step as she clambered up them. At the top, the abbey stood tall and still. The town looked small down below, and Lottie gazed at it for a long time, feeling the breeze lifting her hair. Before dinner each night, while her brother played video games and Mum and Dad were getting ready, Lottie would slip away and tiptoe back to her window at the hotel. It was always there. So were the red and white houses, the little blue boat, the lamppost, and the sea. Lottie imagined herself going inside one of the houses and looking all around, then rowing the little blue boat out to sea, guided back by the kind glow of the lamppost. One rainy day, the view was misty and soft. Lottie snuggled into her hoodie and leaned her cheek against the cool glass. The town looked hushed. Even the waves were whispering. The red and white houses were there, the little blue boat and the lamppost, and the sea moved slowly. Lottie watched and listened, and felt the quiet settle around her like a blanket. On their last evening before bed, Lottie returned to the window in her pyjamas. The sea shimmered silver, and the sky was folding into night. Lights blinked across the harbour like sleepy eyes closing, and the abbey watched from the hill, dark and still beneath the stars. Lottie stayed there for a long time, watching the blue boat and the now gleaming lamppost. Then she rested her hand on the glass and whispered, "Thank you for letting me watch." That night would be the last she spent in her cosy hotel bed. She pulled the blankets up to her chin and listened to the hush of the sea. It made her eyelids heavy, like warm sand slipping through her fingers. As Lottie drifted into sleep, she dreamed of the beautiful white hotel, gleaming lamppost, and quiet mornings by the sea. And now, as Lottie's day gently comes to rest, and as the sea grows quieter beneath the evening sky, we can begin to let this moment settle too. Don't you think there's something so comforting about slowing everything down and just noticing what's right in front of us? Have you ever noticed how children don't always need big, busy moments to feel calm? Sometimes it's the quietest ones that stay with them the longest. A view from a window, the way the light changes, the gentle rhythm of something familiar. And maybe for now, that's enough. Just a soft story, a calm voice, and a moment shared together. Before we finish, there's just one gentle thing I'd like to leave with you. If your child is someone who watches, who wonders, who feels things quietly, that is something truly lovely. And in a world that can sometimes feel very loud, their quiet is something to hold on to. Thank you so much for listening. Look after you and the little ones you're caring for. And I hope this brought a sense of calm and a feeling of comfort. And I'll see you again very soon under the moonlight.